Today I'm going to clear a few things up for you. There's in particular one sound which can make you sound extremely British. I mean, like, it turns you into Harry Potter when you pronounce this sound in words. However, the one issue with this sound is that it can be pronounced differently in different parts of the UK. So I'm going to kind of outline the rules for this sound, teach you how to pronounce it, and teach you some words and sentences you can practice it in. So this sound, the R sound, R, is what we would call an open back sound. What do you think that means? Well, look at my mouth again and see what I do. Open. And back, meaning the tongue will be pushing back, which actually does cause the mouth to open more. So that's why it's an open sound, because the tongue is being pushed back. So imagine that movement, backwards and forwards. When I'm teaching pronunciation, I usually explain to my students that the R sound is much like the dentist. Why does it remind me of the dentist? Well, because when you go to the dentist, they tell you to open your mouth and say, you guessed it, R. Why? Because you open your mouth wide to make this sound, and also you push your tongue back. Because you're pushing your tongue back, the dentist can see all of your mouth. Okay, so just think about that when you try and pronounce this sound. So most of the time this sound will appear in words like far, car, star, apartment. However, and now we know that mostly I focus on Southern English, Southern British English here. Now I want you to tell me first, before I talk any more, how would you pronounce this word? The truth is, you could pronounce it two different ways. You could say bath, or you could say bath. And the reason why is because we have two consonants after the A sound. There you go, there's another word, after. I'm full of surprises today. So yes, it's because there are two consonants after. However, this isn't always the case. The problem with British pronunciation is there aren't really many rules. We just have guidelines, and this is a guideline. Sometimes it could be pronounced with an A, bath, past, last. Why? Well, accents change. Accents are different everywhere you go. In the north, in the south, Southern British English is diverse. Now the traditional way of pronouncing this, the RP way, the Queen's English, Harry Potter English, as some people know it as now, you would pronounce this as bath. So if you want that typical British accent that everybody desires, you would pronounce this as bath. However, in various parts of the north, they will pronounce it as bath. But this is one thing which no teachers explain. It's also pronounced as bath, amongst other words, in the south. I would say bath. Now this is due to my upbringing, my teachers, my family. It's more natural now for me to say bath, which is more of an RP style, this kind of RP English. However, it's very, very common for people in the south of England to say bath. So just because people in London say bath doesn't mean that everybody in the south does. So it is north and south that can pronounce it differently. And this is what I want to tell you. If this sound really annoys you, if it really worries you, don't worry too much. So I just want to try a few sentences with you now. Number one, I can't get out of the bath. Let's take it slowly. I can't get out of the bath. However, like I said, people in the south, people in the north, they might say, I can't get out of the bath. Number two, my phone charge is very fast. Or you might hear, my phone charge is very fast. So the main reason I created this video is really just to let you know that you will hear different styles of British English everywhere you go. Maybe sometimes you might want to say fast, maybe sometimes you might want to say fast. Now, I go into lots more detail about this kind of stuff, giving you advice on what you should be pronouncing, how you should be pronouncing things, step by step really, in my pronunciation course, which you can join in the description box below at etjenglish.com. It's basically a pronunciation course which shows you how to pronounce every British sound. mostly focused on RP, but we also touch on these little things like we did today, the kind of modified RP styles of English. And if you don't know what RP is, you'll also learn what that is in the course. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. It's been a pleasure as always. I will see you next week. Cheers guys, bye.